midnight. We're going to start your Thursday at 76. KARK 4 News at 6 starts right now.
From the station you count on for local news that matters. This is KARK 4 News at 6.
A federal lawsuit filed against 8 elected officials, including circuit judges. Good evening and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Katz. It has ties to an alleged murder-for-hire case we told you first about earlier this year. KARK4's Josh Berry spoke with a man who filed the lawsuit, and Josh, he was the intended target of that case.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Bob and Ashley, and that's according to the sheriff's office. But the case was actually dropped by the prosecutor because the woman involved, we're told, decided the day after the solicitation that she couldn't live with herself if she had those 2 men killed. Now, the plaintiff in this lawsuit says he should have had his day in court as a victim. Now, that's just one of the 5 cases Jim Hall lists in his lawsuit. He says the defendants, which include 5 circuit court judges, 2 prosecutors, and 1 circuit clerk, has ties to various other cases Hall's involved in. He claims he's the victim of extreme prejudices against him in those cases. Now, according to the prosecutor's office, the solicitation for murder case was dropped again because that woman prevented it from happening. Hall feels like a jury should have decided that. Do you feel like a victim?
Oh, absolutely.
But nothing happened.
She wanted me dead. The fact that for 24 hours she wanted me dead.
Now, while he's filed the lawsuit, none of the defendants have been served, so they haven't had to respond in this case. Now, Hall tells me he's still waiting on certain approval from the court to have those papers served for him. Now, if served, the circuit clerk would be represented through the Association of Arkansas Counties, the rest by the Attorney General's office. Back to you.
Josh, thanks. A man accused of stabbing his mother is being questioned tonight in Faulkner County. According to the sheriff's office, it happened on Charles Road in Naylor. That's where they say Stanzel Prowse stabbed his mother in the stomach several times with a knife today. Deborah Prowse was rushed to a local hospital. She is in stable condition.
A couple of gal pals in crime are crisscrossing Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Law enforcement always seems to be just one step behind, but with your help, they'll catch them. The Denison, Texas Police Department says these women you see right here broke into cars to steal purses. Then they used stolen credit cards to make large purchases. The women reportedly using the money stolen from the cards to buy TVs and other items at stores here in Little Rock. Take a good look at these pictures again. If you think you've seen them, contact law enforcement.
We are your weather authority as strong storms knock out power to thousands of Arkansans. We want to show you the current outages in Arkansas right now. They're mainly in the north and eastern parts of the state. You see some down south of Little Rock and north of Little Rock. About 3,700 outages at this moment. The largest amounts coming in from St. Francis, Crittenden, Grant, and White counties.
I want to give you a picture of just what's happening in some areas out here. This is a live look at some damage in Searcy. Take a look at the roof of this building right here. This is on Ray Street. If you're familiar with Searcy, you know where that is. Apartment complex there. The roof there just sheared off. The wind came in with such force that it just took the roof off there. So naturally the folks who live there have got to find a place to live. So it's something that folks are dealing with at this hour, not only in Searcy, but other parts of the state where these storms have really whipped through with some vengeance. A lot of trees down, things like that. So it's something to be aware of. This, though, happening right now live in Searcy. The Red Cross is out there helping people who live there so they have some shelter for the evening. So if you have any information about that, you can head to the Carmichael Community Center. That is at 801 South Elm Street in Searcy. They'll take care of you there.
We're hearing of people losing their health insurance tonight as the state is struggling to verify the eligibility of Medicaid recipients. KARK's Drew Petrimo spoke with some of the folks that are affected by this, and he joins us now live at the state capitol. Drew.
Well, Ashley, Bob, they say that they've been caught in a backlog at DHS that's getting them kicked off benefits that they still qualify for. Today, we met Dorothy Sanders. She's a single mother with 3 kids in the house. She suffers from dangerously high blood pressure and debilitating arthritis. Even though her income hasn't changed, last month, Sanders says she received notification from DHS that her Medicaid was canceled because she failed to reply to a letter asking she prove her income within 10 days.
I said, well, nobody sent me anything, requested anything.
371.
DHS is currently in the process of re-verifying the Medicaid benefits of 600,000 Arkansans. On Tuesday, Governor Asa Hutchinson said tens of millions of tax dollars could be saved if people who no longer qualify or are scrubbed from the rolls. Many have complained that getting in touch with DHS to prove that they still qualify is very difficult. And today we spent an hour and a half on the phone before we gave up when we were trying to call in to the DHS call center. Reporting live at the Capitol, I'm Drew Petromo.
All right, Drew, thanks very much. A dog shot, and now an investigation is launched to find out who did it. It happened in Fayetteville. We've got to warn you, some of the images you're about to see you will find disturbing. The story goes like this. The dog named Konya survived, but now the owners of the animal services are searching for the person responsible who did this. Owner Molly Franz and Lauren McInerney say they came home from work to notice that Kona not walking quite right. Well, now they know why.
There's no excuse for this at all, under no circumstance. I think it could have been possibly somebody that lives in the neighborhood and got tired of the dogs barking with the other dogs.
They were saying.
Fran says the arrow in Kona's back was broken off and believes the person responsible may have done that to conceal the shot. Kona was sedated, went through emergency surgery last night, expected to make a full recovery. The good news there.
Well, requirements for the field of nursing in Arkansas at hospitals is getting tougher. Now some registered nurses are trying to find ways to keep up.
Because education matters, KARK Hillary Hunt spoke with one RN who says online is the only solution.
Several times I've looked at different job opportunities and I was told, well, you would have to have a BSN.
For the past 10 years, registered nurse Sarika McKeever has been putting on her white coat and heading to work.
I think that nursing chooses you. I think it's a calling.
When McKeever's nursing career began back in 2002, she said there were plenty of RN jobs available, and many didn't require a bachelor's degree. But now McKeever says requirements to advance her career have changed over the past year, forcing her to go back to school.
It's hard to progress in the nursing field without at minimum a BSN.
She says one of the challenges that comes with that is finding an online credible program. So the University of Central Arkansas saw an opportunity to help healthcare professionals like McKeever.
There's some federal guidelines now that are kind of pushing hospitals to pursue more BSNs.
Chris Davis, Chief Technology Officer at UCA, says the new online RN to BSN program fills up quickly because of the need for an easy access program for thousands of nurses in the state that need this degree.
They don't have to come to campus. They don't have to carve out time in the evening to come to campus. They can continue working even if they work odd shifts, and then complete all their coursework online.
That convenience making it easy for nurses like McKeever to continue her passion.
I've always just liked to help people.
And in a few short weeks, McKeever will be able to add BSN to her nurse's badge. In Conway, I'm Hillary Hunt.
The university says they've got the program open for all semester and they are currently enrolling.
Showing up on time and ready. More on how a program is teaching teens valuable workplace skills and etiquette next.
And just before 1 o'clock this afternoon, Little Rock saw our high temperature up to 99 degrees. Just after 2 o'clock this afternoon, Little Rock saw our low temperature 76 with those thunderstorms moving through the capital city. Just under 1/10 of an inch of rain falling during the course of about 30 minutes. We've got another chance of rain tonight and then a really good chance of really hot weather in the 7-day forecast. Lets you know when to expect it in just a couple minutes.
Now from the station you count on for local news that matters. This is KARK 4 News at 6 in high definition with Bob Clausen, Ashley Katz, Chief Meteorologist Keith Monahan, and Aaron Peters with the Razorback Nation Report.